Greetings, viewers. Greetings, all Southern Cameroons on Ground Zero and across the entire world. This is King H. I came across Chris Arno's article that he wrote on Facebook, and this is what I want to discuss. And he titled this article, Keeping the Records. I'm just going to read a couple of lines and discuss my perspective, my points of views, what I think about this article, and what I think about the interim government overall. I have made this appeal to our county and LGA leaders and will continue to make it. Some select people should not continue to endure the burden of 8 million Amazonians. This is Chris Arno saying. The moment has come. The time is now. We must make sure every Amazonian pays for this war. Every Amazonian should pay for this war. That's what you think. That's what you believe. Well, it is right. It is just for every Amazonian to pay for the war. But because of group thinkings, because of group associations, because of different groups which are in the revolution, and everybody is now into their own groups, to the point that groups are fighting each other over supremacy. So some people don't like what is going on. Some people don't give a damn what is going on. But the fact is this: with group politics and group fights, infighting within the people of Southern Cameroon, people are dying. Soldiers are being killed on both groups because the so-called Amazonian leaders do not want to put the interests of the people at heart. They give a damn about their group politics. They give a damn about their political groups than the people of Southern Cameroon. Now, Chris Arno is writing this jargon, I call it jargon, to appeal to what? The war drive is going on, but there are many out there who remain indifferent. Yeah, many people are not suffering, are not participating in the war drive. They're not giving donation in the war drive. A codman came up with this idea after calling the people for my trip to Boya. My trip to Boya was supposed to take Southern Cameroonians to Boya to give them independence, to give them sovereignty. An idea he came up with, and people rushed in, gave him money to support that idea. But at the end, the people who gave money, including me, had the short stick. So why should they believe in another second scam started by the interim government, started by Dr. Sacco, started by Chris Arno, who is speaking for it? Why should we? On top of that, the infighting within groups is killing so many Southern Cameroons. If there was no infighting within Southern Cameroon, 16, 17, 18, 20,000 people who are dying would not get to that amount. But because there's infighting, and the soldiers the soldiers for Southern Cameroon were supposed to defend the state, and the state includes the people of the state, are busy fighting among themselves for group supremacy. They don't give a damn about what Light Public is doing to the citizens of Southern Cameroon, killing Southern Cameroon. So it's after when they have killed the citizens of Southern Cameroon, they come and say, oh, rest in peace. Oh, they are killing us, they're killing us. Of course they're killing us. We know they're killing us. That is their aim, that is their purpose. The reason why we encourage to have military groups in Southern Cameroon was not to use those military groups against our military goal, but to use it against like Republic of Cameroon. And if Dr. Samuel Sako does not want to see that and see reason to that, why should people give money to a man they have given money to before and the man failed them? As a matter of fact, before he wrote this article, there was a statement that he made. He said more than 70% of all the money raised in the war draft are only pledges. We do not have the cash in hand. Chris Ano, he made this statement. People are not given money. It's more than 70% of our pledges, money that people haven't given to the Amber War draft. They just pledged that they were going to give, but they haven't given, and they're not going to give that huge sum of money that they have suggested. Because, well, the idea of my Amber War draft is to raise a huge figure to encourage people to give money. But it backfired because the economic is down. People don't have money to give. People giving money when they had money for my trip to Boya, and the leaders of the interim government squandered the money. So we don't believe in what Dr. Sako is doing or saying. We don't believe in what Chris Ano is doing or saying. We don't believe in what the interim government is doing or saying. So we will not risk giving money to a system we don't believe in. I don't give a damn about what's going to happen after that, which you stated in your write-up, which I will continue to talk about. They want others to sacrifice and pay it while they maintain their neutrality. Let me tell you something, Chris Ano. Many Southern Cameroonians have paid prices that are unpayable because they have lost loved ones that they will never see. So no amount of money you think you can put in the Amber War draft or accuse people of not putting in the Amber War draft will force people to give money. People have lost many loved ones, many brothers and sisters, uncles, aunts. But you guys remain with your mentality, with your idea of group politics and using group politics to kill more Southern Cameroonians because you don't like this group or you don't like this group. I'm not going to talk about the other group because this article was written by Chris Ano. So I'm going to stay focused on the interim government. County and LGL leaders should right now start keeping records of which family in the community is paying and not paying for the war. I paid when my trip to Boya was in process, when Dr. Sako was talking vividly or speaking with all audacity about my trip to Boya. I had my doubts because I had this guy was a con man, but I gave him my own money to see what this guy is going to do, and my doubts about this motherfucker came true. So I'm not gonna believe in what he says, and I'm not gonna contribute. This is a record. It's a video. I'm not contributing to Amber War draft. I'm not even following up that shit. How they're doing it, because I don't believe in Amber War draft. So I'm not putting in money. So you could say do whatever after you win the revolution to make me to pay money because I didn't pay money when the war was going on or when the Amber War draft was going on. I'm not giving shit. I know where to put my money. You don't have to tell me where to put my money. Understand that. the interim government is not the only institution or organization that we can put our money. I don't trust the interim government. I don't trust Dr. Sako or Chris Anu. So I'm not putting my money, and you would not threaten me to put my money. Understand that? A register should be kept for those sacrificing, so that when we arrive home, those who did not sacrifice or support the struggle are made to quadruple back payments. I'll say this to you, Chris Anu. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm not paying shit. It's as simple as that. The interim government would not bully, would not intimidate, would not terrorize me to pay money when they give a damn about group politics and not the citizens of Southern Cameroon. And they are busy fighting for their political interests than putting the affairs of the entire people of Southern Cameroon. So I don't give a damn what you think. I'll say it clearly. Whatever plans you have, because people refuse to put money where they know nothing is going to happen. They know nothing will be done to help the revolution, because people are only after their own financial pocket and their own political interests and group politics. So I'm not putting no damn money in no Amber War draft. The draft is going directly to the communities, not to the interim government. Well, the interim government is the one hosting the Amber War draft, so they could say whatever they want to say. Many people do not believe in the interim government, because once full, twice shy. Once full, twice shy. When you fool the people, only the foolish one follow you. Only the foolish one will keep following your footsteps. But those who are bold and daring will kick you out. They're like, the hell with you. So the hell with the interim government, to the hell with Dr. Sako, to hell with Chris Anu. If you think that when you get to Buea, you're going to make some Southern Cameroonians pay money because they didn't believe in the interim government, because they didn't believe in what the interim government was saying and doing, because they didn't believe in the actions of the interim government, because the interim government has proven beyond doubt that they are untrustworthy. And you think you could intimidate, you think you could threaten, you think you can bully people to do what you want them to do. But it will work to some people who have weak minds, but not people who think and act like gods. I think and act like God. I don't give a damn. When I got to a certain age, I realized that it doesn't matter who the person is. It doesn't matter if you are the president of the world. It doesn't matter if you are whatever you are, the greatest motherfucker in the world. You're still a human being, and you will breathe. You will do everything that human beings do, and eventually you will die. So I give a damn about my interests and the interests of the community. Without which, what you're doing is BS, it's bullshit, it's games, mind games. And life is full of mind games. Sometimes you get fooled, sometimes you learn from people who are fooling you so that you could adapt and move forward. Dr. Sako is a con man. He has successfully illustrated, he has successfully demonstrated his con artist in this revolution. That's what he has done. And those who believe and follow him with all heart and soul or whatever, that's their business. I, King Echu, the God of me, will not be fooled by people like those. We cannot continue to watch people who will reap from the collective struggle. Perfect statement. The person who has reaped from the collective struggle, Dr. Sako has reaped from the collective struggle, because when the people gave money for my trip to Boya, they expected to be taken to my trip to Boya, at least they expected to show some work that has been done with the money that was raised to be taken to my trip to Boya. But nothing, no guns, no weapons, nothing was done to support the revolution. Till today, we don't know how the money was used. And then you come up with another scheme of second my trip to Boya, called Amber War Draft, thinking that you will take a style of, oh, people are giving a lot of money, so you should give. Oh, people have pledged this amount of money, so you should also give money. Oh, people have given this amount of money, they have given 100,000, 200,000. And this county is giving this amount of money. Because of that, you attract people with money. The idea was to attract people with money so that they could give in money. But it backfired because people don't have money to give. And everything, more than 70% of what was given was pledges. And you, Chris Arnold, stated that it's pledges and not real money. What is needed is real money. And war needs money. But money does not win wars. So money cannot win a revolution. Just because you have money, it's how you use the money that you can win a revolution. And if you cannot manage the little that was given, even if the 2 billion is given to you, you still squander the money because you don't know how to use it. So anybody who believes in Dr. Sako and gives money to Dr. Sako thinking that he's going to take you to my trip to Boya, the second round, well, you are just being gullible. You're just being gullible and a fool. That's what you are being. That's just the truth. To win this revolution, it will take a collective effort on those on ground zero. And the financial, what the diasporans, the Southern Cameroonian diaspora need to do is support those on ground zero who are fighting financially, not through leadership. Southern Cameroonians on ground zero must take leadership because they are the one feeling the heat of the war. They are the one dying in the numbers. And what we out here must do is to encourage them and support them financially so that they can fight the war. But because some group of people, being the interim government and the other group, which I don't want to mention because I want to stay focused on the interim government. Some groups, like, well, the interim government and the other group, which is more about military power, and the interim government want to take leadership power. They want to say they are the only one who have to be in charge and in control. And because of that, you have these clashes. And because of these clashes, the soldiers that we have tried to equip to fight the main enemy, the main task, La République du Cameroon, we're now using it to fight among ourselves. And you think we're going to win the revolution by doing this? If we cannot learn from our past mistakes, that fighting among ourselves instead of being united to fight the war against La République du Cameroon, instead of our military groups looking left and right, thinking that this other military group that is supposed to be fighting united with them is coming to gun them, just like La République du Cameroon. This is, in other words, the group politics has become groups that are assassins. They are using the soldiers to assassinate other soldiers on ground zero, which is destroying the revolution, not helping. It is destroying the revolution. And then this guy have the guts to come and say, when we get to Boya, those who don't give money, who have not given money for the revolution and blah, 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 will have to pay. Motherfucker, listen, Africa is big. I don't have to be in Cameroon or I don't have to be in Cameroon or Ambazonia to see Africa. Africa is huge. So when you guys carry your nonsense, your stupidity, fighting among yourself, instead of being united in a small nation that needs to work together to free themselves. A small nation that have been going through pains for over 50 years. And you guys know the history. And yet, you still have the audacity to kill your own brothers. And you expect those in the diaspora to support you killing their own family members in hoping to get independence, in hoping to get freedom. I mean, I don't have to have a PhD to understand this madness, this stupidity. And there is a mistake that I noticed in this so-called great Chris Arno, the journalist and whatever. He made a statement and said that the European taught us that that is effective. But the thought that he used was a process of thinking. But the thought that he wanted, the other word that he needed to use, which is to teach us the present, is to teach, which is the present. He's supposed to use the past tense or the past participle of teach, which is taught. He used the wrong word. And many people might not see that. But if you look at it keenly, what he wrote doesn't make sense. You cannot say the European taught us that it is effective. They taught us. T-A-U-G-H-T. Not T-H-O-U-G-H-T. Two different words. But if you don't look keenly, you think, oh, it's well written. It is not. Just to tell you that we have fools trying to give us inspiration or whatever they're trying to do. Meanwhile, they're killing our people, all for group politics. Southern Cameroonians, those on ground zero, you've been fighting this war for 4 years or 3 years. You have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the power, you have the leadership to take this fight and understand. You are in your counties and you have military groups from within your counties, from different groups. But you are Southern Cameroonians, you are Ambazonians, you are people who have been in slavery from the hands of La République for over 50 years. So there's no reason, there's no point to continue to kill your own brothers because somebody in the diaspora who is in power, or who is supporting you financially, tells you to go and kill this other person. It is just wrong. It's wrong and should not be supported. And this is the painful act that many Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora don't want to understand. They only want to see themselves, oh, they are in control, they're in charge, so they're making a decision. But those decisions are affecting so many people's lives. And we must tell them and remind them that what they're doing is wrong. It's no different from the police in the United States having the power and executing it and killing people just because they have the power to do so. What is wrong is wrong, and we must correct it. For Southern Cameroon to gain independence on their own militarily, all military groups on Southern Cameroon must work together unitedly to defeat La Republic, and we can do that if we can stop fighting and killing each other and stay focused on the real task that we need to accomplish, which is to gain independence from La Republic of Cameroon by eliminating the forces of La Republic of Cameroon within Southern Cameroon, within the 14 counties that we have in Southern Cameroon. Life is war. How you survive depends how you fight. If you are fighting and killing your brothers while trying to find La Republic of Cameroon, well, you will not survive, because with the lesser military force you have, the easier for La Republic of Cameroon to kill and destroy you. But the more united you are, the easier for you to accomplish the tasks that you want to accomplish. This is King H. I'm out till next time.